All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Deion Sims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He finds Beckham complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's also what I'm looking for here about how this drive just started.
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Throwing here, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Let's go, let's go.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st-and-goal situation. Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
18.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did. Okay. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw here. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now up to 14. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. On second down, here's Trubisky. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He leaves this one for Howard. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Play action. Now Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Hot.
Looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 67 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He's going to get it running right. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be taken in at the 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Trubisky dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Trubisky on third and long. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that they're driving.
He's got a man, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 36 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a first and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, Trubisky forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kareem Martin leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On third down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, they run with Howard. And he stopped immediately there. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Trubisky now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Hands up.
On first down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And an alley to run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got Curse. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. Now Trubisky lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants! And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Giants, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a home date